I'm here with two-time ITU world champion Vincent Louis' bike ahead of his first ever iron distance race here at Challenge Roth with his rather special and customised specialised S-Works Shiv TT. Let's take a look. So I've just grabbed this bike off Vincent, and what I love about Vincent, he's just so calm and cool. He's just like, yeah, it's just a bike. And then goes on to tell me how there's a whole host of amazing customizations and prototype parts on here that we've never seen before. So I'm very excited to get into those. But first off, I need to talk about this paintwork because whilst subtle, it's really quite cool. So there's a big nod here to the fact that Vincent's dad, who is an avid triathlete himself, actually took part in this event good 20 years ago, and Vincent actually himself came along and spectated back then. So we have this like father like son quote on there. We've got 2005, which is when his dad actually took part in the event, and then on the other side it says 2025, which is when obviously Vincent is now doing it. There's a whole host of other kind of German quotes which are, I believe, quite funny. He's got them from Sebastian Kienle, and he has fact-checked to make sure that Sebi hasn't screwed him over. There's something about how to order a beer and a baguette and various things like that. So really neat. But I think now we need to get onto the front end and we'll talk through what he's got going on there. Well, yeah, I think these kind of catch your attention, don't they, these aero bars? We've actually got a full watch shop front end here, including the stem. Now, actually, the stem is really quite long. Vincent, he says he's got quite short legs, but an incredibly long body, so he's gone for some extra reach there. So he's got a 140mm stem there on a TT bike, which is really long. Yeah, so watch shop base bar. He's got sort of that skateboard grip tape on the end of the bull horns there, just for that grip, and just minimizing any extra stuff like bulky grip tape. Really neat risers coming up into these alloy aero bars, but yeah, they're beautiful bars, and he says they're really lightweight, very ergonomic. Got this groove in around the forearms and the grips on the end. He's got these brand new elbow cups from Watch Shop, which kind of got this wing design on the side. He says it saves another watt. I mean, the aggregation of marginal gains and all that, we'll take a watt. He's got his Hammerhead bike computer in the middle here on a 3D printed mount, and then this really neat kind of riser stack coming up from in between the aero bars with bottle on the top. Coming down now onto the wheels, obviously Roval is specialised in-house wheel set brand, and I believe this is a brand new or unreleased wheel. It's a Roval TT specific wheel, so I understand. I don't have much more information on it at the moment. It's got an incredibly wide rim profile, and actually that sort of U shape that we see on a lot of the sort of TT wheels is set up tubeless, and we've got these brand new specialized rapid air tubeless ready tires on here. These are the competition ones, both front and rear, set up 28mm, and also I have spotted that he's got the Watch Shop carbon rotor guards. I don't know the specific name for them, and I don't know what the watt saving is on them, but presumably they're covering up all those extra holes on the rotor discs. And then moving on to the back end, obviously we've got the Roval disc wheel. Sadly, this isn't a new wheel. It's a nice wheel though. Onto the Groupset though, obviously running SRAM Red axis. Like many athletes here at Challenge Roth, he's actually also opted for a 1x setup. He's got a 58 tooth on the front there, and that's paired with a 1033 cassette on the rear. Always have to remember the difference of Shimano and SRAM. Yeah, 1033 on the back. He's running 172.5 crank lengths, got speed play pedals on the ends there. And then probably moving on from that, we should probably talk about his hydration setup. So he's gone for one bottle between the bars, so that's going to be nicely tucked underneath his chest there, sort of filling that void. He's got one on the down tube, so this is one of the Elite Chrono bottles, which he'll have a lot of his gels and things here in. He's actually, I had to ask what all this was about, but apparently he's just put the sort of silver gaffer tape around it to essentially just kind of try and keep it as cool as possible, and then this extra grip tape just to allow him to then grab that out. Then we've got this guy. Apparently he only got this a couple of days ago. It's from Easy Gains. It's a brand new mount that goes onto the back of this dash saddle, which I'll get onto in a second. But yeah, really neatly pops out of the back, comes up, and then he's got these two bottles literally on sort of a horizontal angle with the elastics around them just to make sure he doesn't have any bottle rockets. But yeah, it's very, very smart, I gotta say. Yeah, and of course, this dash saddle, really interesting designs. The idea of these, you're getting rid of saddle rails and they're directly mounted onto the seat post. And one final thing on the bike, we've probably mentioned this Radsport Ibert 3D printed storage box. This one obviously fits in neatly on this S-Works Shiv, down by the bottom bracket, and really neatly behind the Elite Chrono bottle. So he'll have all his spares for race day in there. But we've also got some extra bits to add to this whole amazing package. Like we saw with Vince when he was racing in San Francisco recently, we have some custom shoes. Check this out. It's got the same detail on the sole of the shoes. That's incredible, isn't it? And then also the helmet as well. Try not to damage it here. So completely customized with Vince on the back and his Phoenix sponsor. Very neat. I've got to say, I absolutely love this bike. It's a really kind of subtle but really neat setup. I love it. Well, I guess all that's left to say is best of luck to Vince, but probably by the time this video goes out, you'll know how he's got on. But yeah, I'm really excited to see him taking part in his first iron distance or long distance triathlon. I'm sure he'll go incredibly well. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, give it a like. See you next time.